This tutorial will show you how to add an inspection agreement to your inspection report. Palmtech gives you the ability to easily add an inspection agreement to each inspection. The first step is to add in a new category for the agreement. To do this, we're going to go up to Tools and then click on Add Category. We do not want to copy an existing category, so we're going to click on No. And here we give the new category name, and we're going to call this Inspection Agreement. You'll see a checkbox here for use line numbers and ratings in printed report. We don't want to do this, so we're going to uncheck this and then click on OK. This next screen gives us the option to place the category where we want it, and we want this to be the first thing in our report, so we're simply going to check this checkbox for Insert at Top, and then we'll click OK. You can now see that the inspection agreement category is at the top, and when we click on it, you'll notice that it's a blank category. Now what we need to do is we actually need to add in information into the category, and to do that we're going to add in our inspection agreement component. And to do this, we'll go up to Tools, Add Component. Here on the left we have a long list of all the available components. We're going to go down, find the one for inspection agreement, and then click OK. And what this does is it adds in the pre-built inspection agreement template that you can now use and modify as needed. The first couple lines of the agreement are spots where the program's just going to pull information from other parts of the report. So it's going to list the inspector name, the company name, address, and then some of the client and property information. And you don't need to fill this out. It's going to pull all of this information from the general information, which in this case has already been filled out. After all that, we have a spot where you can actually insert your agreement. And so we're going to click on this, and by default it comes with really just some dummy text that we can actually clear out. So we're going to highlight all of it, we're going to clear this out, and now we can actually come in here. If we wanted, we could type out our agreement. Or if you have the agreement in another document like a Word document, what you can do, what we're going to do now is we're going to pull up a Word document, and then you can just copy all of the text from it. So we're just going to highlight all of this. We'll right click on it and hit copy. And now we can come in back into Palmtech, right click and paste, and it'll just take all that information and then paste it here. It'll just save you that time from having to retype it. And then once it's in here, depending on the format you grabbed it from, you may need to do a couple things. Like here we have an extra space, so you would just do some fixing like that. Once you're finished with your agreement, getting it set up, we can click on OK. And then finally, we have a spot for signature. And if you click on this, this is a spot where if you wanted your client to actually sign, they could just sign right on the screen. And this works really well if you have a touchscreen device, such as an iPhone or an iPad, Android phone or tablet, or even a Windows tablet, because they can just sign it with their finger or with a stylus pen and capture that signature. And then next to that, you have a spot for date. So now that the inspection agreement's been added, let's take a look at how it shows up in the report. And so for this, we're going to go up to Print Preview. And here our second page is our agreement. As we talked about before, some of this basic information just gets filled out automatically, like the inspector name, company name, client information. And then after that, we have our agreement that we added in from Word. And so what we've just done is we've added this inspection agreement into this inspection, and you can actually set it up so that this agreement will always be there when you start a new inspection by saving this file as a template. And for more information on how to create your own templates, watch the tutorial titled Creating Your Own Template. This concludes the tutorial on adding an inspection agreement to your inspection report.